All right, guys, I'm gonna drop some crazy stuff right now. You gotta take notes. Like, you got to take notes because I guarantee this is gonna absolutely change your life. And that by the end of the video, you're gonna be like, holy shit, Jaime's the smartest person in this world. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm joking. But seriously, you guys should really pay attention to this. So I went for a run right now and I was like, I'm gonna run 8 miles today. Gonna hit my 30-mile goal. And at one point, towards the end, I ended up doing 9 miles because I was like, I'm gonna do a mile more than last week. I did 30 miles last week and I was planning on doing 30 miles every week for the next several weeks. And then I was like, what if I just do one more? Let me just do one more. Like, I'm feeling okay. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do one more. The idea of doing one more and the idea of doing 9 total miles instead of 8 was kind of there since the beginning. But as soon as I took off, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a long run. I'm feeling a little tired. I only slept like 6 hours each day the last 2 days. And usually, you might think it's not that big of a deal. I think for the most part, if you're not super physically active, you can get away with it for sure. But for somebody who works out consistently and works out a lot every single week, whether it's a lot of running or lifting or both, it actually depletes you. It takes away so much of your energy, and 6 hours is actually not enough. So you can start feeling it in the body. If you go a few days with 6 hours versus 8 hours, you can tell. There's a reason. There's a lot of studies out there, and if you Google this, you search this, you check through AI, you watch different sports channels or different things like that. They talk about this all the time. Sleep is probably the number one biohacking tool that exists out there. With sleep, athletes, all the top athletes in the world sleep 10 hours a day. Why? Because they're literally putting in hours and hours and hours and hours every single day into their bodies to perform at an optimal level. I'm not a professional athlete, but I train pretty hard. And this has nothing to do, you're at this point, you're probably like, what is he getting to? What is the point of all this? This is all valuable information, but what? And so this has nothing to do with the sleeping. It has nothing to do with how much you want to sleep. So now you're probably asking yourself, what am I actually trying to get to? I want you to look at these different things when it comes to sleep and performance and why people do this, right? So the reason why you should be sleeping 8 to 10 hours a day, depending on your workload and depending on how physically active you are, is because it's going to allow you to perform a lot more. It's going to allow you to perform at a higher level, a lot more efficiently, a lot more effectively, with better focus, etc., etc., etc. Now, there's going to be moments where you might not get those 10 hours of sleep, or the 9 hours, or 8 hours, or whatever you need. Whatever that is for you, where you feel damn, I feel great. You might not get that every single time, right? So there's going to be moments in the day, moments in your life, when if you're on a mission and you're being driven by the vision that the universe, God, has instilled in you as to what you want to accomplish, there's going to be days and there's going to be moments you're going to be like, you know what? I don't want to do this. You know what? I said I was going to study for an hour, but if I get a B in the test, it's okay, right? You say I want to get a scholarship to this specific school. I'm not going to write that extra essay. I'm not going to make that extra application. I'm not going to make that extra outreach. I'm not going to read that extra page. I'm not going to read that extra book a month. All those conversations, we have them all the time, every single day, every single moment, every single second. They're literally happening all the time, and yet you don't even notice them. I don't even notice them sometimes, right? So I do my very best to stay aware and active and present to all those moments, because each of those moments is an opportunity to push past, right? If you are committing to doing something, can you actually follow through? Are you willing to follow through, right? If you say you're gonna do your bed every single day, will you actually do the bed, right? It's not about the fucking bed. It's not about the bed. It's not about cleaning the dishes. It's not about any of that. It's about what you tell yourself you're gonna do and actually doing it, and then pushing past even further. Imagine if you lived your day, every single moment, with not only doing the things you say you're gonna do, because keep in mind, doing the things you say you're gonna do, even that is already more higher performing than most people in the world, right? You would think that everybody can just do what they say they're gonna do, but even that, most people struggle with. Now imagine if you're already doing that, and then you take it a step further, and you were like, I'm gonna do this. You do it, and you know what? And then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna spend an extra minute meditating. I'm gonna spend an extra 10 minutes with my kids. I'm gonna watch 10 less minutes of TV instead of just the 30 minutes that I gave myself. You know what? I'm just gonna watch 10 minutes, right? Imagine if you did that every single time. You're consciously, consistently practicing that every single time. What would happen in your life? What would change? What would shift? And that's is where I believe the magic starts happening. In those moments, in those areas, in those decisions, is where you start connecting with a higher power, where you are just being spiritually guided into a place of infinite possibilities. I truly, truly believe that. And whatever that is for you, whatever that is that you're trying to accomplish, that's when it starts happening. That's when you start seeing it, and that's when you start making those massive shifts. I invite you to practice that every single day, and I absolutely guarantee like it will change your life in one way or another. And so today I decided to run an extra mile, and we'll see what else I get to do today. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I love you guys. Peace.